break your brain. So believe it or not, all of these balls are the exact same color. It's just a still image, but let's zoom in. That is so crazy. They're all just brown, but when you zoom out, they look like they're different colors. This is a museum illusion that is really trippy. It makes it look like you have different perspectives of the city streets as you go from one side of the illusion to the other. It's so hard to wrap your head around. So these squares are also completely still. The background is just changing from black to white. Nevertheless, it looks like the cubes are rotating around in a circle. So this is a still image. It's not moving at all, but as you move your eyes around the screen, it'll seem like some dots are moving around. Such a cool effect. So this is another still image, but it looks like the brightness changes depending on how close your phone is from your face. So if you get really close, it's super bright, and as you get far away, it's super dark. Crazy. For more videos like this, hit that follow button. More mind-blowing illusions. These dinosaurs always seem to be watching you despite being still paper objects. Honestly, they give me the creeps. This footage looks like it's zooming in on a specific spot on Earth, but in reality, it's an infinite loop. It's only 2 seconds of footage perfectly designed to trick your brain. These two boxes are traveling at the exact same speed without stopping. The black bars make it seem like both boxes are periodically pausing, but look what happens when the background turns gray. These two photos are the exact same image side by side, but for whatever reason, our brains make it seem like the left image is angled differently than the right. This room is pretty hard to wrap your head around. It's built at an angle, so from the right perspective, it seems like you're breaking the laws of gravity. This illusion is designed to make it look like Mickey is moving in the direction of the arrow just by changing the lighting. In reality, he's completely still. Did these fool you? For more videos like this, hit that follow button. More illusions to break your brain. This is super duper perspective, an art piece that changes perspective as you pass it by, showing different views of museum hallways. This is called a zoetrope, a spinning exhibit that makes the frogs and flowers come to life. It's basically animation but with physical objects. An artist printed a snake on a few pieces of paper and added shadows to make it look extremely realistic from a certain perspective. It's impressive work. Every object in this image is completely still, it's just changing colors. But for whatever reason, it looks like the box is expanding. This optical illusion is designed to get cars to brake. The shadows make the crosswalk seem to be floating. This dog is sitting in a way where it seems to have been cut in half. Were you fooled? For more videos like this, hit that follow button. More illusions to trick your brain. This photo is completely black and white, but has colored lines on top of it. This tricks your brain to think the photo is colored when you zoom out. This one's crazy. I can see all the different colors of the shirts. Watch this animation that shows how the famous dress illusion works. Both sides are the exact same color, just with different lighting effects. Whoa. These money hacks let you change the person's perspective depending on your viewing angle. They'll smile or frown depending on your point of view. Definitely try this one at home. This is called the impossible ring, as it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. It's like your brain just can't figure out what's the inside and what's the outside. So this animation speeds up if you kind of look away and only see the spikes with the side of your eye. Then when you look back at the center, it slows down. Whoa! This impressive chalk art makes the tiger look 3D from a certain angle. Plus that pose really helps to sell the effect. Take a look at this egg. It seems to have entire universes inside it, or like an alien planet from a Marvel movie. Did these illusions work on you? More illusions to break your brain. This walkway isn't moving at all. It just appears to be spinning because of the direction people are walking. Weird. This meteorologist's dress blends into the background, making it seem like her body is way smaller than her head. This scene shows the power of perspective. It looks like a normal room until you realize the chair is tiny and the teacups in the back are huge. Whoa. The blades on this plane are moving so fast that they seem to be floppy when recorded on camera. Basically, the camera's shutter just can't move fast enough to capture an accurate video. As you focus on the X in the center of this illusion, all the colors around it start to fade away. It's called the Troxeer effect. If you focus on one spot, all the other colors fade to white. So this video is designed to make it seem like the potato never ends. It's a perfect loop so you could watch it forever and never reach the end of the potato. Now, if only I could get one of these in real life and have infinite french fries. Take a look at this impossible wall illusion. I can only watch this for so long until I think my brain's gonna explode. Were you fooled? More crazy illusions. This house sculpture is extremely trippy. It seems to change both size and angle depending on where you view it from. This art piece says both yes and no depending on your viewing angle. Or in the center, Ness. Watch what happens when we stare at this black dot for a few seconds. I'll do it with you. Alright. I'm staring. So this image is completely black and white, but your eyes make it seem like it has color. This one is just crazy. Watch how this scrap of paper seems to change color depending on where you view it from. It never changes, but looks different based on the background. Whoa. Both of these skulls are red. Their color just looks different because of the blue and yellow lines that surround them. When zoomed out, they look purple and orange. The way this sign was made, it's hard to tell if this model has a really weird haircut or is just covered by a towel. Or maybe she's trying to look like Jack from The Incredibles. From this angle, this seal looks like it has a human face. Pretty sure I'll be seeing this in my nightmares. Were you fooled? More insane illusions. How many legs does this elephant have? It's super difficult to tell because the space between his legs also becomes a leg. Whoa. At first, this might look like a crow to you until you realize it's a black cat that's just really great at shapeshifting. The crow's beak is the cat's ear, and you can kind of see one of its eyes hidden in a shadow. This image is literally designed to confuse your human brain. It's supposed to seem like a normal room with normal objects, but once you look around, you won't recognize anything. It's kind of unsettling. Do you see a rabbit or a duck? On the side, you might either see the rabbit's ears or the duck's bill. This bar stool is really confusing to look at, like our elephant from earlier. It seems to have 3 legs at first until you investigate and look at the details. I'm so confused. I could watch this impossible cube forever. It's really hard to tell which direction it's spinning in or which side is the front and which is the back. Were you fooled? More crazy illusions. These gears aren't moving at all. The flashing colors just make them seem to be rotating. Pretty cool. Here's another image literally designed to trick your brain. At first it might just seem like a normal pile of gifts, but in reality you won't recognize anything. It's so strange. Try to follow these blocks. It's literally impossible. The blocks blend in with each other and the background, making them really difficult to understand. This hand illusion might seem impossible, but it's actually something anyone can do. It looks like the hand in the back passes through the hand in the front, but in actuality, he just closes the hand in the front. Try it at home. These blue lines look tilted, but are actually completely straight. Look at what happens when we trace them. It's crazy because without the red lines, the bars look completely tilted again. Putting a flashlight into this bucket makes the entire room seem to become a tunnel of light. Where can I buy this bucket? I gotta try this one. Did these illusions work on you? More crazy illusions. The color of the water perfectly blends in with this guy's jeans in this image, making it seem like his body is just floating in midair. This makeup artist is able to paint a 3D illusion on her own hand. It seems like her hand has become a donut. Great work. This illusion has been designed to trick your eyes. It's impossible to see all 12 black dots at the same time. No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to do it. Try it yourself. This is an extremely confusing picture. At first, it might look like he's standing next to a tree facing the lake, but in reality, he's lying back on the tree and the lake is the sky. Whoa. The way these mugs are stored makes them all seem to be blurry. It's like the way my vision works in a dream. In this image, the floor is completely flat. The carpet just makes it look like there are holes and dips. It's so weird. Why would anyone want this carpet? Did these illusions work on you? More crazy illusions. Believe it or not, both of these monsters are exactly the same size. The tunnel backdrop uses tricks to make the monster in the back look huge, but in reality, they are identical. Weird. Focus on this black dot and move towards or away from your phone and the circles will seem to spin. It's just a still image, but this effect is crazy. On this checkerboard, the squares marked A and B are exactly the same color. The shadow from the green object just makes your brain see them differently. This one is just insane. No matter how many times I look, they still seem to be different colors. These tables are the exact same shape and size, just viewed from different angles. Watch what happens when we rotate one of the tables and focus only on its top. Whoa. Does the black line seem to extend from the blue or red line on the other side? It looks like it's coming from the blue line until the truth is revealed. How many blocks can you count? If you count the blocks closer to the front, you might count 8, but if you count from the back, you might only count 7. This one is so confusing. Did these illusions work on you? More crazy illusions. These women look completely normal until you rotate the image right side up and realize their eyes and lips have been completely flipped. For whatever reason, when they're upside down, you can't really tell if anything's off. This perspective illusion lets you view different hallways by moving around. It's pretty confusing until you realize the painting is literally sticking out. These two images are completely identical, but for some reason the image on the right looks like it's a different picture showing a different angle. The pattern of shadows coming from this table makes it look like this guy is wearing stockings. Take a look at this this illusion that makes this guy look huge. He looks so big because he's standing close to the camera on a thin balance line, but our eyes still have trouble fully understanding how this works. This isn't a painting, it's actually a mirror. By taking this picture as the sun is setting, the sky in the background looks way darker than the image, creating this cool painting effect. If you're bored at home during quarantine, you should download the Wink app. You just connect your Snapchat and you can meet people from around the world that like the same things you do. You can chat with other cool people and just swipe left or right to make new friends. Illusions to break your brain. This illusion might freak you out when you realize the marker being used is actually a finger. It's a pretty convincing trick. Watch this illusion that's meant to mess with your eyes by distorting a forest. Whoa. These rings move in an impossible way and really mess with your head. I could keep watching this one forever to try to understand it, but it's literally only possible with CGI. This is a perfectly normal checkerboard with no curves at all. The pluses on each corner just make it seem to be all warped. You can actually see the normal grid for just a second while they rotate. These two yellow bars are exactly the same. The train tracks just make the one at the top seem larger. Watch this illusion that's meant to mess with your eyes by distorting a forest. It's a perfect loop, so you could watch forever and never see the penguin reach the bottom. This illusion tricks your brain as you watch marbles balance on what looks like a round barn roof. Just watch what happens when you rotate the camera and see the truth. Did these illusions work on you? More crazy illusions. Can you see the cigar in this image? It takes most people minutes of searching before they finally find it. Can you see it? Are you able to see the 16 circles in this image? You might see squares at first until you focus on the in-between space. Stare at this red dot for a few seconds and then look around your room. I'm watching, I'm staring. Your surroundings will seem to move and warp. This one's crazy. The squares in the center of each side of this cube are exactly the same color, but for some reason the one on the side seems to be orange. In reality, they're exactly the same. This bridge looks huge, but it's really just a foot tall. It really shows the power of perspective. As you slowly move your phone, this square will pop out at you and seem 3D. It's a still image, but seems like it's moving. Watch what happens when you move a glass of water past these images. The water refracts the light and completely changes how the images appear. Did these illusions work on you? More insane illusions. If you move your head back and forth, you'll see a cat in this image of black bars. My eyes are gonna break with this one. If we stare at this plus, the faces on the side will start to look like aliens. But when you look at each face, you'll realize they're all completely normal. I'm so confused. Is this cat walking up or down the stairs? To me, it seems to be walking up, but it looks different for different people. What do you see? All of these circles are the exact same color. They're all yellow. But when zoomed out, you can see different colors like red, green, and pink. Whoa. These gray bars under A and B are exactly the same color, even though the ones under B seem to be lighter. Here's another one. Is this dresser blue and gray or pink and white? I see blue and gray, but this one also looks different depending on who you ask. This boat seems to be floating above the water, but in reality, it's just an illusion caused by fog. I'm answering all of your questions today on Instagram. Go give me a follow and say hi. More crazy illusions. Watch this awesome effect that shows you what happens when you swing a ball in front of a concave mirror. I could watch this one all day. This image looks like it shows a spiral, but in reality, it's just a bunch of completely normal circles. For some reason though, I still can't seem to wrap my head around it. Check out this video of how AI tries to create a nature scene. It's pretty trippy. As you look around this image, you'll start to see gray dots in every corner, but they're not there at all. If you look closely, you'll see there's nothing in each corner, but the black boxes still somehow create this illusion. Believe it or not, this photo isn't edited at all. The objects are just perfectly lined up to make it seem like there are 4 different photos connected. This one's so weird. Check out this checkerboard that looks like it's morphing in the middle, but it's actually completely normal. The mini squares inside of them just create this weird effect. More crazy illusions. Are these pluses black or white? This one really messes with my head, but it just uses visual effects, so the answer is both. This hilarious photo makes it look like the guy in the background is tapping this girl on her shoulder. His arms are actually just folded, but the illusion is still pretty convincing. The shapes in this image are not moving at all, but the changing colors create this illusion of motion. My eyes are gonna break from this one. This video makes it look like this corgi is being dropped out of an airplane, but really he's just falling into snow. This is what happens when the snow in your backyard looks like clouds from above. Which of these lines is longer? The one on top seems to be larger, but they're actually the exact same size. stripes. Zebra stripes do a great job of tricking predators in the wild, and even us. Can you tell how many zebras are in this image or which one's head is in front? I can't. More crazy illusions. Check out this video that was designed to make this baseball bat seem 3D. It uses those white bars and blur effects to pop right out of your screen. The art on each surface in this hallway is designed to trick your brain. I would definitely end up tripping or running into a wall. Watch this video that was edited to completely mess with your head. It makes it seem like reality just keeps shifting. I'm so confused. This puddle perfectly mirrors the view from this road. Now I can't really tell which side is real. Check out these street art illusions that look exactly like physical objects. This second one completely blew my mind. Even though these cars seem to be different sizes, they're all exactly the same. Watch what happens when we compare their outlines.